let me say that my dad had a lot of favorite sayings, and one of them was the one from Hamlet, "Brevity is the soul of wit." I tried to keep that in mind as I was writing his obituary, but brevity is a mighty challenge when you're attempting to describe a life as full and as long and as vibrant and as joyous as the life lived by Ralph Bradford Romney. It's not an obituary that kind of life requires, it's a book. It's volumes of books. It's the Library of Congress, for heaven's sake. But all we have time for today is an obituary, so here goes. Ralph Bradford Romney passed away December 9th, 2010, surrounded by his loving family. He was born October 14th, 1925, in Salt Lake City, Utah, the second son of Vernon and Lois Romney. After graduating from East High School at 16, he joined the Navy and trained to become a doctor. At the age of 24, he met the love of his life, Patricia Steele, in Washington, D.C. They were married in the Salt Lake Temple in 1949. Ralph and Pat have 9 children, 34 grandchildren, and 29, no, make that 30, great-grandchildren. Ralph started his medical career in private practice and then went on to give the Veterans Administration Medical Center 37 years of service as Chief of Staff and Chief of Outpatient Services. He was also an Associate Professor of Internal Medicine at the University of Utah School of Medicine. Retiring at age 71 after working from a wheelchair for 11 years due to his advanced muscular dystrophy, Ralph was a true inspiration to the many disabled veterans he treated, as well as to his family and friends. Duty was Dad's highest value, faith was his foundation, and family was his greatest love. Every child and every grandchild knew for sure and certain they were his favorite. He professed his deep faith to us often, and not always with a whole lot of brevity. And he taught us to always do your duty and never, never give up. Insatiably, ravenously curious about the world, Ralph believed that, as he proclaimed not long before he died, life should never be boring. He loved so many things about this life. But first let me tell you about a few things he didn't like. He didn't like wasting money, whining, unnecessary attention to detail, ignorance, undercooked pork, limitations, milk that had gone a little off, being cold. And here's what he loved. He loved Pat with his whole heart and considered her the most beautiful woman in all the world. He loved to travel. He and Craig hit the road often, even during this last year. He was so proud to have visited all 50 states, and he was always and forever looking forward to the next trip. He loved to watch BYU sports, football, track, whatever. He loved his Cougs. He loved to take photos, and he left us with hundreds of amazing and beautiful portraits of the family that he loved so dearly. He loved to eat spicy food. The spicier the better. And when he said hello, he loved to pinch your cheek, hard. He loved to listen to opera at full volume, full-throated and passionate. When we were kids, he would play Verdi or Puccini on Saturday mornings to get us motivated to clean the house. And to this very day, I can't hear La Boheme without wanting to get out the vacuum cleaner. Oh my goodness, he loved to play Scrabble and other board games with his grandchildren or whomever else he could rope in. He loved words, and he loved precision in language. He would sit and read the dictionary for hours just for fun. I'm not kidding. So, in that spirit, let me define my dad. He wasn't just a giant of a man. He was gargantuan, a behemoth, Herculean, a leviathan of a life. That's just for you, Dad.